just hearing stories, and I mean, this was a guy like when I was a kid growing up, posters and posters of Kiprusoff on my wall, posters and posters of Jose Theodore, like my childhood idol.
Yeah.
And to hear the stories of how this guy could drink with the best of them, and he would show up day in, day out for morning skate, for the game days, and he would never miss a beat. Well, is that basically what your experience was like?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're not wrong, but he wasn't a guy that was like, hey, every night I got to go do this. Like it's actually the opposite. He's a recluse even to this day. Like I'm if people need to get a hold of Kipper, like they'll call me and be like, because Kipper flushes everybody. Like it's weird. But we chat every couple months. We have a little WhatsApp, and he'll send me funny things or I'll send him funny things. But he's just if you know Kipper, everything he does, it's just quiet. Like even his retirement, he just like wanted to disappear. Like we had to bring him back to retire his number last year. I'm not lying. The Flames were terrified that he wasn't going to show up. Like I remember because Peter Hanlon, their PR guy, is literally my best friend. And Peter was like, they were afraid that he wasn't going to get on the plane because it's like it would be the ultimate Kipper joke is they're going to retire his jersey and he doesn't show up. But he was the guy. He wasn't a guy that would go out and booze and do it every night, but he could do it. Like if he was out and I'd go out like I was back then. We enjoyed ourselves. So you go out, you're drinking, you're smoking, you're doing whatever, but you come to work the next day. Like that's the difference now. I think guys, the game is so fast that you can't hide certain things.
Well,
but I look at it.
The players have changed. The players of the generations have changed. And I mean, I won't get into the minutia of why I think that's happened, but I've told Travis before, being from, you and I being both Gen Xers, the 90s, we had all of the fun and none of the evidence.
Right. And that's what I've kind of alluded to, our '04 run in Calgary there. Like we had a very tight team. I was telling somebody yesterday, like the difference in how a team gets tighter is, we didn't have the nutritionist handing us a shake as we come off the ice. You didn't have, your pregame meal for you at the rink and you just take it home with you. It's like, guys, what are we doing for lunch today? What are we doing and then lunch turns into dinner and it's a couple beers and we'll go for a movie, or maybe some of the married guys come and join us. So, you play Tuesday and then you don't play till Saturday. So Wednesday, you maybe get the day off. So it's, you hang out, you go for beers and stuff. So in the end, like you have a group that all hangs out together. So that's how you get tighter. And I remember, I'll never forget this. I remember being on team. You got 23 guys. We had a Christmas party. 19 of them showed up at my house at like 6:00 at night. The party was at 10, but it's like everyone's got to be there for the pre-drinks. And we had an after party before we went to the bar. It was insane. Like, but that's how tight our group was. And you had married guys floating in and out because they had, family in and stuff. So it's like, I'll come for a couple. And then all of a sudden, they're leading the charge because it's Frank the Tank type of thing. So it's, it's.
And you're right, because the difference is now, and I'm not going to say where I heard this, but I heard actually on a scouting report that these two players could play well together because they play on the same team in Call of Duty. And that's actually things they're looking at now, because that's kind of more the camaraderie of these guys after and before games.
It is true now. I've even heard stories, and obviously doing color and stuff, where guys and the money's different now, so they bring their little gaming packs, and instead of packing a TV, they'll like have one delivered from Best Buy to their hotel room, and then they'll just leave it there. Mm-hmm. So what the hell is $300 to them, a guy who makes $8 million, right? Mm-hmm. So they have a giant screen. They'll set it up, and the boys come in and play or whatever. I'm not wired that way. Again, I didn't grow up in that era, which, that screen and spending $300 was going a lot different in a lot different directions.
Sure.
in my area. Mm-hmm. My era, it's like, hey, we're in Winnipeg. Let's find the Earls, like let's, chip away and have a great night type of thing. And, so it's just, life is different. I don't begrudge these guys because of social media, because of how life has changed. It's just different. So I always try and I have to take a step back sometimes and try and look at it through the lens of today, as opposed to, well, when I played. Well, yes, everything was different when I played, but we certainly had fun, and we knew when to come to play. And to be honest, we joke about it. I can only say that I played maybe guilty, I think, twice in my whole life. And those were accidentals where I was backing up one time and I got tossed in LA. I could still taste whiskey on my breath. And I was like, this is not going to go well. But, in the end, if you do the things the right way, the hockey gods will help you out. And they helped me out that particular night, put it that way.
It was a different era, Jamie. It was a different era.
Exactly. Yeah. So funny.
Our time is short here, Travis. You got anything else?
No, I just texted my buddy, so I've got more time for you if you want to extend.
Done and done. I got more here for you.
Okay.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask.
We do a hockey podcast called Sling the Biscuit every single Sunday. The clips, the bite-sized chunks are right here. Only the hits, the full-length show, which you don't want to miss, is right here. That's Dave. I'm Travis. We'll see you soon.